Hi, my name is Barry. I'm a retired electrician after 40 years, and I took up quilting as a hobby in retirement. We like to talk about quilting on this channel, and we are right almost at the end of making the John Deere quilt. We still got about 2 more blocks to go, and then we're going to sew it all together and then quilt it. And I hope to show all of that coming up, and then we'll call it good to go after that. Um, Occasionally, I like to throw in the challenges of trying to live your best life ever in retirement. And today, like we do, is the Memory Makers Button Club. And what is that, you say? We have what we call the Memory Makers Button Jar. And that is where people, i.e. you, send in a letter with a button in it and a little note. And that's where you tell us what your favorite memories are or a goal that you have. It doesn't matter. Just send it in with the close button. The close button could be something you've had for years. It could be brand new. It doesn't matter as long as it represents a memory. But you send it in, we take the button out, we read your note. I'll show the button. We add you to the jar and you become a member of the Memory Makers Button Club. It's that easy. It's pretty simple. The only drawback is once you're in, you can't ever become an unmember. You're a member for life. So we got that going on today. I also wanted to show you, I stopped into this neat little quilt shop I found in Canal, Winchester, Ohio called the Laughing U. And I bought my first jelly roll, and it's a Moda. And I don't know if you've watched before, you know that I really want to make a wedding ring. When I first started out, in my mind, I wasn't a quilter until I could make a wedding ring quilt. So I think I'm going to probably need one more. I don't think one roll will get it, but I bought my first roll of Moda because I'm going to try to make this a really nice wedding ring quilt. So I bought this, and I'm probably going to have to get one more to make. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how far this goes. But if you're ever over by Canal, Winchester, Ohio, stop in at the Laughing U and do me a favor. Tell them Barry Quilts sent you and to say hi. And I'll be curious to see how many of you visit, and just let them know that I visited, and I recommend that you stop in and see them. So after all this, let me get everything set up and we will start doing the button club. Okay, so hang tight. All right, it's been a while since we've done one of these button clubs. Just remember, there's a link down below with the address to send your button to, and just like a little note to become a member. And the first one is Darlene from Conway, South Carolina. So Darlene sent this really nice card with flowers on it. It says thank you. And she wrote, Barry, here is some green fabric for you along with my button submissions. Your friend Darlene. And I'm going to show you some fabric she sent me. Look at this. And look at all this. Woohoo! The things we can probably do with this. Thank you, Darlene. Like I said, you don't have to send. It's much appreciated. I'm not complaining, but you don't have to ever send anything. We just like your buttons. But she writes, hello, Barry. I'm enclosing 2 buttons for the Memory Makers Button Club. Both of these buttons came with a piece of clothing as extras in case of loss. I think I've had them for over 10 years, but I can't remember the clothing they came with. Anyway, here they are for inclusion in the club. Thank you for all you are doing for others and for this club. Your quilting friend, Darlene from Conway, South Carolina. Well, Darlene, let's look at your little buttons here. There's a nice little gray one. And, oh, and by the way, I'm getting nails finally. I had a bad habit of chewing nails, and so now I've got my nails coming. And we got the gray one, and we got this cute little pink button. Let's see if we can look at the back of them here. There you go. Awesome. Let's get these. So Darlene from Conway, South Carolina. I know you've waited for a while, but welcome to the Memory Makers Button Club. And it's just like that. So there you go. Hold on and let me get straight up and we'll try to get 2 or 3 along with at least one joke today. So hang tight and I'll be right back. All right, our next entry to the Memory Makers Button Club is from Janet from Shelton, Connecticut. And Janet sent this really nice, cute owl thing, and it's from the St. Jude's Research Hospital there, by the way. That's a good cause, FYI. But Janet writes, "Hi Barry, I enjoy watching your videos. I myself are newly retired and have been collecting fabric for years. I enjoy hand quilting my quilts. I'm still learning techniques. I love to cook, thrift, and collect thrifted quilts and items. I would love to join your Memory Makers Button Club. These buttons came from my granny's pedal push sewing machine. Love, Janet." Well, Janet, that is awesome. I bet you have all kinds of memories about that. And one of these days, that's one of my goals. I want to make a quilt on one of those sewing machines. But let's look at these buttons. You got 2 look like, pearl colored buttons, and one looks gray to me button. Let's look at the back of it. I'll try to move my hands out of the way, I promise. There you go. But yeah, from her granny's pedal push sewing machine. We really appreciate that and are honored to have you into the Memory Makers Button Club. So Janet from Shelton, Connecticut, welcome to the Memory Makers Button Club. Give me a few more minutes. Now this next one I'm going to have to set up. It's going to take a little bit, so pardon me, but I got a joke coming up for you, so stay right there. All right, I'm back. Why did the math book look so sad? Because it had too many problems. And another one here is, I only know 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why. If you get that one, let me know. But today, we got probably, I would say this might rank up as one of the top 3 buttons that I've received here. And this one is from Barbara from, I hope I get this word, Calva, Michigan. K-A-L-E-V-A, Calva, Michigan. And Barbara writes, "Dear Barry, I am typing this as my handwriting is terrible. The 4 buttons I am sending you are from my mom's wedding dress. Each button represents a family member who wore the dress. First my mom, then my 2 older sisters, and then my sister-in-law wore the dress. I eloped for my first wedding, and by the time I married again, I looked like Dopey wearing Snow White's gown. Not good. I am the quilter in our family, so I inherited my mom's wedding dress. I decided to make something for each family member to remember our parents by. I made a shadow boxes for 2 of the women who wore the dress from the top half of the dress. I embroidered the wedding date of our parents on a panel of the wedding dress and put in picture frames for each of my brothers and sisters. Lastly, I created for each grandchild a hanging puffed heart Christmas decoration with the wedding date of my parents on one side and the wedding dates of the parents of the children receiving the heart on the other side. I embroidered everything in blue so they can be used as something blue in weddings. I also made a little booklet for each person to tell the wedding's dress stories. I only made quilts 6 months out of the year as we go to Florida in the winter where I do my sewing. I really enjoy watching your channel and hope you continue to make jokes and share your quilting fun. Barbara from Calva, Michigan. I hope I pronounced that right. But Barbara, she actually sent this little book here with, and I hope you can see this, all the people that have wore this wedding dress and little notes about it. and just all the kinds of information about it. And here they are over here, what she's made out of them, and the little heart shapes that she's made. Uh, Unbelievable. And let's take a look. So this was, I think she said four buttons I'm sending you from my mom's wedding dress. Each button represents a family member who wore the dress. So let's take a look at them. Look at these. Aren't they fabulous? They are just pretty unique. And what a story. What a memory. Talk about a memory maker. I cannot do this justice to, and you know what? I was thinking about this a minute ago. We cannot separate these buttons. So I've got to save them and keep them together in a little pouch here. That just wouldn't be right to separate these buttons. So I'm going to put this and these buttons in the jar together so that they stay together. So Barbara from Calva, Michigan, thank you and welcome to the Memory Makers Button Club. And that is fantastic. I might actually make copies of that and show. That's just incredible. So thank you, Barbara. And give me a second. And we got, let me count here. We got two more to go. And so hold on. I'll be right back. And one more stupid dad joke. How's that? All right. See you in a minute. All right. Just a little quick note. I ordered a chicken and an egg from Amazon. And I'll let you know which one came first. Anyways, I'm always amazed by the letters that are being sent. This one was special for me is because it was from my friend Linda, and she sent this card, has a lightning, and this is like a farmland that is like quilts, and the back of the card says streak of lightning quiltscape. It's really pretty. And Linda wrote, "Hi Barry, happy quilting, a fellow quilter, Linda, and the secret quilters." And guess what? I got to meet Linda when we were in Worcester at a quilt show. And there's Linda, and there's her friend Cheryl right there. And there's hopefully a little bit more of me in that picture and a little bit less of me in this one. But anyways, Linda, I was honored to meet you there. It was such a great time. And Linda wrote me a letter and she says, "Hi Barry, I had the pleasure of meeting you at the Worcester Quilt Show this past July. I enjoy your videos and watching your progress. We were all new to this wonderful hobby at one time. I am part of a group of ladies who have been sewing together for over 20 years. We are always learning and discovering new ideals. One of the buttons is from my mother's button box. It is from an old work shirt. It has the words Worcester, Ohio printed on it. How fitting. Right there it is. See, I don't know if you can see this is Worcester, Ohio. Awesome. And the other button is a butterfly. I helped raise monarch butterflies each summer. I gather monarch eggs from the milkweed plants and raise them protected from predators till they develop into adults. And then I release them. Keep up the videos, Linda." That is an awesome thing to do. I didn't even know you could do that. So that gives me some ideas of another hobby, like I really need one, but for a good cause. Awesome. But Linda, thank you. There's the butterfly. And here is from her, I believe she said from her mother's old work shirt that her mother's had from her button box. Awesome. And I don't know if I should I'm not even going to separate these. I'm going to keep them together. So Linda she is from Caledonia. I think that's the way you pronounce it, Caledonia, Ohio. Linda, it was a pleasure meeting you, and I am honored to welcome you to the Memory Makers Button Club. There you go. And I'm going to keep this photo. Yay. Thank you for sending that. And we got one more letter to get to, so hold on and we'll get that one and wrap it up. All right, and finally, the last one I got, I didn't get much of a note here, so I think it is from Mona. Mona, let me know. She's from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Let me know if that's the way you say your name. But she sent me quite a few things. The first thing I wanted to show you was she sent this nice little bag here. It has the Sunbonnet Sue on it. I think that's fantastic. It says Quilt Works in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Awesome. I like the bag. So she also sent this so hot cloth, and it says come with this. It said these are face plates. So it looks like a face plate of a automobile faceplate. It says face plates are novelty printed panels that can be added to any project, tote, or quilt more fun. The only limit is your imagination. The fun panels are made of 100% cotton. They are washable in general cycles. Collect them all. Anyways, Sunbonnet Sue, I love it. That's definitely going into some quilt somewhere. That's by Zebra Patterns, by the way, if you're interested in those. She also sent me, let's take a look over here. She sent a needle nanny, which is a Sunbonnet Sue. Look, it's got a little magnet there. I think that is awesome. Thank you very much. I'm going to keep this one out. This one's going to go right here. Woo! And it is a strong magnet. But she sends this unique like little button out of wood. And then she says this button right here is a button from, sorry. It says this button right here is a button from my Navy husband's pea coat. That is so awesome. Thank you very much. And so Nana from Albuquerque, New Mexico, welcome to the Memory Makers Button Club. Thank you for the fabric. Like I said, this will be added to something. I love it. And having said that, that is it for this edition of the Memory Makers Button Club. As always, we're going to shut the jar up and we will place it right over here where it always sits, except for when we're doing the Button Club. Thanks for watching. Remember, after your health, because the health is most important, but before wealth is memories. So go out and make some memories, and I will see you later. Bye.